This is the Louie Tee NETWORK.
In the lab room. 5 minutes or less.
Baltimore Ravens. Welcome, you are in the lab room. I'm your host, Lou. Thank you for joining me. 5 Minute or Less series, 2014 schedule release of the Baltimore Ravens. Remember when they were Super Bowl champions? Seems like an eternity. But it was just last year they were going into the season as Super Bowl champs. Hey, didn't make the postseason, struggled. You kind of saw that one coming with the exodus in Baltimore. So now let's check the schedule and see if they can have a bounce back season. We start with primetime games, 3 of them for the Baltimore Ravens in 2014. And wouldn't you know it, right out of the gate, Thursday Night Football, week 2, who else other than the Pittsburgh Steelers coming to dinner? I mean, could it be any other way? Should it be any other way? Absolutely not. You're not a football fan if you don't enjoy Steelers and Ravens. That's going to happen Thursday night, week 2, Ravens at home for the Steelers. That is going to be must-see TV. You move on to week number 9, and it's Sunday night, and guess what? It was so nice, the NFL said, we got to do it twice. Week 9, Ravens head out to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers on Sunday Night Football. Are they the only 2 teams that have both of their divisional games nationally televised? I don't think the league has done that for anyone else. I don't think the league does that for anyone else. That shows you how much respect the league has for this rivalry, that they would put both, not just one, both of their divisional games against one another on national television. And so that's high praise by the NFL for this rivalry. Steelers, Ravens, you know it's going to be a knockdown, drag out, slobber knocker. It's Ravens, it's Steelers, it's prime time. Bart Scott, can't wait. You move on to week number 12. Baltimore on the road at New Orleans on Monday Night Football. That's a tough environment to play in itself. Add to the fact that it's Monday night, the Superdome will be rocking, crowd will get involved. All of a sudden, it becomes that much harder to go in there and sneak out with a W. That's going to be a tough one for the Ravens to get. Let's see if they're up to the challenge. Week 12, Monday Night Football at the New Orleans Saints. You move on to divisional games, and this is where it's at. If you're the Ravens and you want to get back to the Super Bowl, if you want to give yourself a chance, you got to start here in the division. You don't make hay in your division, you don't get a ticket to the dance. So you start here with Cincinnati, the team that stole this division from you a season ago. Cincinnati Bengals win that division last year, and so week 1, you got them at home right off the bat. So statement time. Statement time. You want to take this division back from Cincinnati? Win this game. That's going to be a tough one, but they're coming to your house. You got to show them who's boss. In week 1, Cincinnati coming to your house. You look at week number 8, Cincinnati has you in the jungle. So if you're the Ravens, got to get that first one because you want to be playing with house money in that second game. You want to be trying to go to the jungle and steal that one and come out of week number 8 saying, hey, we're 2-0 against the team that won this division a season ago. So if you're the Ravens, it'd be huge if you could beat the Cincinnati Bengals in week 1 and then steal one from them in week 8. We'll see what you're able to accomplish. You move on to Cleveland, week 17. You're at home for the Browns. That's great because you're at home week 17. If this is for the division, if the division's on the line, if a playoff berth is on the line, you don't know what the NFL is going to do with these 7 teams getting into the postseason from each conference. That might happen this year as we speak. So you don't know what could happen. That could be for another wild card berth for you. And if it is, look, you're at home against Cleveland, okay? Cleveland struggles with you in Baltimore. You can't ask for it much better than that. Of all the teams in your division to be playing in week 17, you get Cleveland. Not to say that Cleveland isn't going to be good and can't beat you, but they've struggled in Baltimore. You got to love the fact that you're at home and it's against Cleveland in week 17. You look at week number 3. Away at Cleveland, they're playing better football. They're getting better as a team, and they're starting to play better against you as a whole. You haven't had as much success in Cleveland over the last couple of years. You may have won some games, but you've struggled in Cleveland. That's going to be a tough one. And now keep in mind, week 1, you're playing Cincinnati. Week 2, you're playing Pittsburgh. And now week 3, you're playing Cleveland. So 3 divisional games right out the gate. We'll talk about that a little bit later. You move on to Pittsburgh. I've talked about this already. Both of these games are nationally televised games. Week 2, Ravens are at home for the Steelers on Thursday night. Week 9, the Ravens are on the road at Pittsburgh on Sunday Night Football. Both of these games are going to be on prime time television. Bart Scott. You move on to anomalies for this Baltimore Ravens football team, and you see that they have a couple of anomalies, and you know what anomalies are. Stretches in the schedule that see you play 3 out of 4 at home or away, 4 out of 5 at home or away, 4 straight on the road, 4 straight at home, 3 straight home, 3 straight on the road. Even a game in London is an anomaly on the schedule, and the Ravens have 2 of them. They have a home and an away anomaly. You look at the home one first, 3 out of 4. In weeks 1 through 4, you're at home, and I talked about that stretch that includes 3 divisional games in the first 4 weeks. So you're looking at a stretch of football where you're going to be at home for 3 games out of 4 coming out of the gate. If you're the Ravens, you must, caps, all caps, M-U-S-T, take advantage of this opportunity right out the gate because you're playing some divisional opponents within that stretch at home. Got to take advantage. If you are the Ravens, you look at away anomaly, 4 out of 5 on the road in weeks 5 through 9. So right after that, I'm talking about immediately after the 3 out of 4 on your home turf, you got to go and play 4 out of 5 on the road immediately thereafter. So if you're the Ravens, you got to really take in that home cooking early because you're going on the road immediately thereafter, and you got to be able to get wins on the road. That's the mark of a good team. If you want to get back to the postseason, that stretch right after that 3 out of 4 at home is probably going to be vital to your success in 2014, being able to go on the road and get some wins and pad those numbers for your record moving into the second portion of the season. So you move on to your bye week, week number 11. That is a smooches bye. You love it. That splits the season essentially in half for you. So you play the first half of the season, you get this bye week, you recharge the battery, and you come back looking to make a stretch run. And so if you're the Ravens, gotta love that week 11 bye, which takes us to your MYCs, mark your calendar games. And of course, really not much for me to say here. Weeks 2 and 9 against Pittsburgh on primetime television doesn't get any bigger than that if you are the Steelers nor the Ravens. And so those are your mark your calendar games. And then I was thinking I was okay with this team, but I think I want a 20. Give me a timeout. Be more. Your schedule is front loaded, my friend. Front loaded like 5 out of your 6 divisional games in the first 9 weeks front loaded. Week 1, home for Cincinnati. Week 2, home for Pittsburgh. That's a primetime game. Week 3, at Cleveland. Week 8, at Cincinnati. Now you're done with the Bengals. Week 9, at Pittsburgh. That's a primetime game. And you're finished with the Steelers. 5 divisional games in the first 9 weeks of the season is front-loaded, my friend. So what you have to do is take care of your business early. If you try to wait until the end of the season to get wins outside of the division, then guess what's going to happen to you? The same thing that happened in 2013 when you missed the playoffs late in the season. Take care of your business early in this division and give yourself a chance to run off non-divisional games late in the season, and you'll put yourself in a great position to get back to the postseason and give yourself a chance to win that Lombardi trophy once again. Time in! And that's going to do it for the Baltimore Ravens in 5 minutes or less. Like the content? Want more? Sub up.
In the lab room.